Hey guys, this is chasebt694, playing in the Reddit League. Um, Played this game last night. Now I'm re-recording at kind of double speed and narrating over the top of it. We didn't bid for sides; we were assigned sides. This specific game, USSR. Looking at my hand, uh, we've got some good things going on. Socialist government's great headlines. So it's crisis, nuclear test ban, because of Asia, and we know he's setting up Marshall Plan. Uh, we know we're not getting defected. Got two scoring cards, so I'm going to set up Vietnam revolts and immediately score Asia. So if he's got, Europe, whatever, he's got it right now. We'll deal with it. Was tempted to set up, socialist government and then immediately take Italy, which still might have been the nice play. Probably was the right play because we could have definitely have done that with old nuclear test ban. So obviously he doesn't play. We're gonna go ahead. Coup, we roll three. We're fit, and he's got an interesting position here. So, he obviously doesn't have Europe. We know we have Middle East, so that's one of the reasons why we went ahead and attacked Iraq. So depending on what he does here, if he counter coups to drop it, we're going to go ahead and attack something in Asia. Because I still think we have enough ops to still be able to grab at least enough of the Middle East without giving up on Asia for the whole game. So interesting play. It's kind of a bait for us to go ahead and attack. So, kind of look like as a one roll on a big 4-op card, we're going to win, but we only put one in there. If we didn't have Middle East, we probably don't make that play. It almost feels like he's got Indo-Pakistan war card, just the way he baited Pakistan. But tempo-wise here, we got time to come back to Asia. We already scored it. We know he doesn't have Europe, so we need to see if we can be successful here in the Middle East. We'll see what he does. I'm assuming he'll coup, and then we'll kind of go from there. But maybe he doesn't. Yeah. He coups. He misses out. And so now we're going to do kind of a 2-for-1 thing here. We're going to go ahead and take Thailand, hopefully secure that up in Asia, and we got the Middle East. So we've got kind of one card, and then we're going to play. So we're going to play Cambridge 5. Boom. And we've got a couple options with the other op here. So we're going to go ahead and score, since even if we play that card, we're not going to get domination. So we'll play it for even, and then we'll keep our last kind of play open, kind of, where we can be a little more creative. Okay. So go ahead and spread a little bit in Southeast Asia. We're still kind of limited in East, but we both know tempo-wise we have a little more control there. All right. And we played in Southeast Asia a little bit. So looking at Europe, perfect time to play social government while we kept it. We've got a great hand. We also have De Gaulle. We also have Warsaw Pact, Red Scare, so we have some ops. We have NATO. I hate to kind of give up NATO because that special relationship is still out there. But kind of looking at this hand, wouldn't mind S. So, I don't have access to France, so we're going to do Italy instead. We'll go ahead. Boom. We score that for 1 instead of 5. And we'll go ahead and take Italy. And one of the reasons why we go into Burma is since we're going to give up the coup. So now he can coup, at least it gives us the opportunity to take India. So kind of if he decides to take India, he wants it for himself, at least we'll have the chance to coup, and then we can work on our, we'll pick up the military ops. If he coups, we can still get our military ops through Korean War or the Arab-Israeli War. So kind of surprised he cooed with that. Didn't play that as an event. He pick up the 2 victory points. We're gonna go ahead and spread on into India. So we're in good shape right now for this mid-war. I mean, obviously the flip of Italy was pretty huge. We need to make sure we overprotect. He's going ahead and getting an early start. There's CIA, so we still have to be mindful for it. Go ahead and use our chance to space. We're successful. And then hopefully we like to keep Red Scare. We'll play it by ear, though. Probably would like to play Arab-Israeli War for the military ops. But also looking at it, would like to end this turn. D-Stall comes back out. That's a big plus. But with our one last play, kind of play career war. Make sure that we either get Afghanistan or go ahead and put 2 in South Korea to kind of win that little tempo for that. Would like to put 1 more in Burma just to make sure we get the protected a little bit against the war card. Put the extra into Italy, so just in case he had a big 4-op card, he couldn't slam it all in, and then Truman Doctrine is out. That's still out. But we got the Doctrine. We've got Asia, so maybe we can pick up an extra country count. Decall could be a play, but the one thing that hasn't been played is defectors. So that's the biggest thing I'm worried about here is playing Decall to try to set up the Asia scoring card and then have it completely wrecked. So we're going to play the Arab-Israeli War because it's the card that we're not as worried about as far as getting defector. So give us some military ops, and then we could kind of. So yeah, sure enough, there's defectors. So we'll go ahead and coup. Boom. Nice. Roll 6. So we've got a strong presence as Zaire. So hopefully we can then play Decall and go ahead and kind of spread our influence a little bit in Africa. And hopefully set up an Asian scoring. So kind of would like to go ahead and take South Korea as well. All right. Also, I mean, at least it's a good thing we didn't get defector or Red Scare. And one of the main reasons why we didn't headline that as well was because we didn't have a lot of ops outside that card. Boom. Nice. So a couple extra victory points there, but he is going ahead and spreading to the mid-war. Now, maybe he doesn't have, we're kind of hoping he has a 2-op card here. He concentrates on Africa a little more, leaves open one of the Southeast Asia countries. Went ahead and scored Asia. In hindsight, it might have been worth going ahead and going after Taiwan to try to get to the 8th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which we potentially could have done that to try to score Asia. So probably a mistake looking back. Um, but with that being said, um, we're in pretty good shape as far as we're up 10, 9, 10, 11 points here, depending on what happens here. Um, you know, we're oh, nice, he misses, but he gets military ops. Ooh, so we have socialist government again. Europe still hasn't come back out, so we might go ahead and make this whole play for France, kind of push it a little bit more in that region. He does get containment. And then we're going to go ahead, flip France, and kind of, he's got to worry a little bit about Europe. We could slam some more cards in there as well. So the coup's successful. So we're a little weak in Africa right now. We're going to go ahead and take Spain, kind of help out future realignment just in case it doesn't. Sometimes in France, late in the game, boom, you get realigned out. Try to make that easier. Plus, press tempo a little bit, has to worry about Europe. Now we do have country count, has scored, could have scoring. If he doesn't have it, all right. So let's see if he's got a scoring card. So if he would have had South America, just tempo, he didn't have it, or he had Central America or Africa. It's one of the few times mid-round that might have been a good time to play it. So we're gonna go ahead and try to realign him out. We went after Chile just because we can get him out and hopefully get the card. It's easier for access there. Go ahead and space. Successful there. We could actually space again, which is nice. Which we'll probably do. Especially since we got to hope some of the cards for the mid-war countries come out. We're definitely behind here. So go ahead and space. We're successful. Nice. And then we'll most likely here play you an intervention to get rid of Asnod. We don't want him to get rid of Europe. Or any of our cards, really. But Brush War. Oh, man. What a bad time for that. All right. So in hindsight, looking at that, especially since we need the military ops, probably should have really spread out to non-battlegrounds. Sorry about the phone. All right. So we're kind of looking at the board. Definitely a little trouble in Africa and South America. So hopefully we'll get the coup. Oh, he's pushing it. All right, we got Africa and Central America. We do have D-stall. That's kind of nice to have. Brain cells, bear trap. Okay. We're gonna kind of move out. Don't want to really, even though I know that independent res hadn't been played. Left Romania just because I didn't. If he's got the Europe card, scoring card, don't want to suddenly let him be able to score. Other places, I do know I need to get into Africa, but right now I can go ahead and score Central America for even. Especially since if we go elsewhere, we have a chance to get realigned out of Central America. So we're going to go ahead and go bam, bam, and score Central America for even. Uh, yeah, for sure. So, like to go ahead in South America, we'll go ahead and take Chile. Go ahead and grab it, and then after that, just kind of make sure we're okay in South America, and then after that, we'll try to see if we can maybe place in Algeria. Oh, he's got Junta, and he realized don't knock us out, so we're still alive. All right. Okay. So give up the 2 victory points. I think we have to be careful because I can't space grain cells. So we kind of have to be careful. So we might actually set up a bear trap to get rid of grain cells. So we got to be a little careful here. Let's catch a point here. Oh, so what we're hoping for here is that Europe definitely doesn't get thrown out. Our biggest concern right now. Could have been worse. Liberation theology would have been nice, but hopefully he'll go ahead and want to realign Afghanistan. If not, we'll slam Muslim revolution into Algeria, try to take it. Do kind of need it, possibly need a coup here. So maybe coup Sahara states, and then maybe try to realign Algeria out. Might be an option. Well, so kept playing that. This is a tough choice. So got a couple things. I mean, because of where we're at on the discard, we could space this. All right. Okay. All right. So I think he's going to be able to repair this damage here. So, yeah. Hindsight, I should have definitely put two of those in Angola. Then he could only go one. Then we could have slammed into Muslim Revolution into it. Just kind of hoped. So that's probably our biggest mistake this round for sure. And then we're out of Afghanistan too, so that hurt. But at least it's done with. Hopefully we can get the South America score. So South America, Southeast Asia, and Europe. So kind of looking at our hand, kind of depending on what he does, we wouldn't mind. Since we get to see his headline, we might play Missile Envy, and maybe we can pull something that will help us. All right, so since we will definitely play Missile Envy, because maybe we can get something we can place ops. in in Argentina, and get on the reduce that score a little bit. R gives us a vent, and we'll hopefully it'll be okay. So gives it a shot here. Ooh, Quagmire, interesting. So he escalates his point total up pretty quick with the South America score. Um, Kind of looking real quick, might play assault negotiations here because we could pull a card up and DEFCON would go to 5. And then maybe we could realign Europe and really make a push for Europe. So I think that's what we're going to do. And pull ABM treaty just because if we need to maybe play the card and use the event for extra realignments or something like that. Give us a second go around if we miss it. So he gets out of the Quagmire, and now we're going to use a big 4-up card to realign. So when we got knocked out, perfect. Oh, there we go. Boom. He's knocked out. We'll take a shot at France. Is the dangerous? Yes. So going for France was a little bit of a dangerous move. However, he can't. It took his access to West Germany back. So it's kind of a big card for us. Definitely a big card. So we've got the extra 4-up card. He does have the opportunity to coup, but depending on what he does, we do have a 4 there. So, all right. Now we immediately go into West Germany. And now we just got to hold on for dear life. That's what it does here. Oh. Right. Hopefully he doesn't have any more 4-up cards. Thinking that he probably doesn't. Got a +2 realignment. A little bit of a dangerous move, but I think it's the play. Nothing happened there. Okay. Might slam into West Germany again. All right. Now, Quagmire is always a dangerous proposition. Luckily, this time we had a little combo that we could make work. All right, so if he's got it, which he might, he still hasn't scored. We'll find out right here. Which he doesn't. There's Long Gunman, so at least he gets out of that kind of relatively easy. Got a couple of 1-uppers. We'll coup, we'll drop the DEFCON, we'll catch 1 victory point here. And kind of what we're thinking here, roll at 1, was the biggest thing we're worried about here is he plays Africa for 10 as a scoring. As a scoring. I can play We Will Bear You to get a couple of points. We do get to still see his headline. We also have Cultural Revolution to give us 1 point if we need it, depending on what he plays here. So we can hopefully defend against a major score to try to get 20 for him. If he got Africa again, which I think Africa he's got it for 10. So he does that. We get to play Europe for the win. So, interesting game where we got off to the early lead, and then Africa, South America, he comes storming back, and then Missile Envy pulls. He plays Quagmire. We roll that into a assault negotiation. and then realign of Europe for European control. So, thanks guys for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll do it again next time.